Hello my friends and welcome to today's tarot reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there is a special message for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. So today is the 5th of October. It is a Wednesday, the day of least effort, the day of the Vishuddha chakra and also of Gemini, Virgo and anything to do with the throat chakra and speech and air, because it is the day of Mercury. So we have that lovely mercurial energy that is allowing us to be discerning, but also to take our time and how it moves fast, but it's like kind of moving fast with that sense of clarity. I've got a strong connection with Mercury, so I do kind of, I like to connect the dots in a fast way, but I work with my emotions quite a lot, so which is why when we do those collaborations that Helen does them with from Either Serpent Tarot, she's the one that does them with the head and I do it with the heart, but we both have that kind of common intellect with the Gemini energy. But yeah, today is that there is no major transits today. The moon is still in Aquarius, so there's that sense of service as well to others and how that can help us to feel within ourselves, how that can push us towards our higher purpose, and how we can kind of feel altogether more altruistic and in a sense of community with the world at large. So, but otherwise, nothing else really to report. Energy is a little bit, I don't know, it's interesting today. Interesting. Not getting very loving cards at the moment. I'm reading with the Jack Sparrow Tarot. And I will also be clarifying with the Animal Oracle deck by Kim Kranz. So let's have a look at what the cards have to say for today. Dear Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? So 7 of Swords comes out straight away, which is probably why I have that energy. Oh, okay. Ace of Wands. 6 of Swords. 6, 7. 9 of Wands. 8 of Pentacles, 7, which is the Chariot. Page of Cups. Magician. Okay. So, wow, what a powerful reading. I know what that 7 of Swords is. That 7 of Swords is having to take a form of action which you may not be too happy about, but it's something that you have to do. It's something you have to do. Everything else is saying that. It's almost like, when sometimes you have to do something that's not 100% legit. So the first thing that's come to mind is like, in Shawshank Redemption, if some of you have watched the film. And spoiler alert if you haven't, I'm really sorry. But there's a certain element of trickery that's in there that kind of like makes you think, wow, and then the protagonist succeeds in their mission. That's what I'm getting with this. So there's a sense of, there's a sense of dishonesty that this magician has to employ, kind of maybe showing themselves as a Page of Cups, but really they have to move on from a situation. So, and also the clarity that's there, and it has to be done fast. And also this Seven of Wands isn't like the normal Seven of Wands. It doesn't look like, sorry, Seven of Swords, because you can see I keep on saying Seven of Wands. But this Seven of Swords doesn't look like the normal one. It looks like, to me, it looks like a distraction. It looks like somebody goes, you know, somebody throws a flare and then they distract and then something else happens. So maybe that person can like run away or get away. That's what that feels like to me. So it seems like maybe there may be something that you're orchestrating in order to kind of get out of a situation, and you're hightailing it out of there, like you're like the horses have just cracked on and you've just gone, and you know that this is absolutely the right thing to do for you, to move on, to work on your own self, and to give yourself the value that you need. Wow. Wow. Death reversed. Something's not over. Okay. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. So there may be still some loose ends that you're leaving, and there may be still some loose yeah, there still may be some loose ends, basically. But you're going on to bigger and better, for sure. This is exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you need to be. I'm going to put it like that because I really feel that this is a reading that is about you going after your own heart, about you going after what you need. So magician, you've had to orchestrate a situation. You've had to like, you're a magician and you're in a place which isn't appreciating you as a magician. The guillotine is the, you know, almost what I'm seeing is kind of taking the head off of a pimple. Like, you know, you're getting the ugly head off. The chariot is hightailing it out of there. You're deciding, and you're being the kind of master of your own boat, the captain of your own ship, and you're deciding to go. So there's this sense of like you having to, you know, orchestrate this kind of like thing where you leave yourself in a good light. You leave looking like, you know, you still, you know, it's not honest. It's not honest, but there's almost a sense to like you don't care anymore. You don't care because of what's happened to you or how you've been damaged previously. So it's almost that thing of when someone has been like working in an environment where they've been really in a good space, or they've managed to be all right, but then they've been worn down slowly by the environment. And then what's happened is then, because everybody has wronged them, then they have decided that they're gonna do the same thing, because, you know, what's the point of them upholding this sense of, not to say that they're gonna really mess over anyone or really mess over the company or whatever, but, you know, it's like a little white lie. It's like a white lie to like leave or whatever like that, you know. They're just like, you know what, I'm gonna be dishonest about it. And kind of the, I don't know, just the boldness of this, it just seems to me like a distraction from this pain. And because you've got this Six of Swords here, it's meaning that, you know, it's because you're in pain about leaving this situation the way it is. And then you've got the Eight of Pentacles here, which means that there's something about you that you're gonna, you know, that you need to go and you need to leave, and you need to concentrate on your own things. With the Page of Cups there, you need to go towards a space that's actually going to appreciate you. That's actually going to eat you up, quite literally. But in a good way, because, you know, you want to go into that. So yeah, that's what I'm sensing from that. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. I mean, there's never any like want to be dishonest in a certain situation, but sometimes when you see others getting away with something, doesn't it make you feel that you're like, why is it that I have to be the one that's always honest with people, you know? And yeah, like, I'm not saying go against your values, but it's like when you know, when it's like kind of, when you've been in a situation where you've been absolutely mistreated and things are really unfair, how do you manage that? You know, so sometimes you do have to play them at their own game. Stingray. Yeah, I remember, like, actually, there was a lady that you know, said something that's really interesting. There's a sense of, there was a lady that I said about this spineless kind of feeling that came with the stingray, and that's what it says in the book, right? Just to let you know. I didn't make up that myself. But how interesting, it resonates actually really well with this Seven of Wands, because now you're almost having to resort to the same behavior that made you want to exit this situation in the first place. You're having to just be like that, you know. And there's a sense of, I feel like it's temporary. I see this stingray like swimming away. You know, but with this death reverse, I'm a little bit like, I don't know about that. But because it was clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, it just makes me think that sometimes you have to like let things seem as if they're unfinished. I think that's also what this 7 is. It's like there may be a sense that you may be leaving a situation, but maybe saying that you're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, you may be giving the illusion that you are still there, you know, but really you've checked out, you know, really. And there may be this sense of you being spineless or whatever, but I feel like here with the rest of the cards, everything else is upright. You've only got that 7 there. And the death. And death is reversed. Death, yeah, something hasn't died yet, but that's because it hasn't died yet. There is still some kind of like thing that's going on, but there is something that you're going to have to do to kind of make it seem as if you've checked out, or that there is a part of you that is going to have to check out, because you have to value yourself. So just to let you know, I resonate with this massively. So this isn't a personal thing. But yeah, there was a lady that in one of the readings I said about this being spineless, and she had a proper go at me. And I was like thinking, wow, you know, I never assume anything about what anyone's been through or anything like that. I just kind of read the cards as they are, and I'm sorry if that offends some people, but here it is saying that. It is saying that there is some kind of like lack of spine in the activity that's happening. But it's temporary. It's very temporary. 7 is very temporary. You know, this is not a lasting energy. The Magician is, you're kind of like, it's an illusion, I feel like there's this, you're putting up something in order to make it so that you can make your getaway. Basically, that's what it looks like. Anyway, I hope that resonated, my friends. Quite a difficult reading and challenging, particularly with the energy today. I was feeling that before I started the reading. But do take care of yourselves and make sure you're protected. Make sure that you just, you know, keep yourself safe. But otherwise, you take care, my darlings, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.